Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Around Kingdom, where hopefully today we can go back to the town square because we need to go ahead and try and solve some mysteries behind what's going on with all these bombs going off. Because, you know, well, actually there was like only one bomb, technically. But what matters is that there was multiple events that we're being shook by, and we need to try and solve it because we're trying to be detective hunters or something. So we're going back to the holiday square, and we're going to try and clear up Chapter 3 and maybe do a story on Chapter 4. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But with that being said, while I get through more of the story, I'm going to be trying to read comments from the video over here, being New Motivation for the Ancients, which is a part of the Millennial Advent story. And if you want to leave a question and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on the videos, then feel free to do so, because it can be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we have a fun time at the end of the day, from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. So, just before we go into a cutscene, just a few quick comments I'll go through. One coming from Trevor Green, saying, question of the day, it would be the cookies and ice cream for me. Yo, that reminds me of like cookies and ice cream sandwiches. Ooh, those are good. And also, Truth is a Clue says, question of the day, for Christmas, I have cookies. Those are good. You know, classic Christmas cookies. Who the pleb wouldn't want any? And just one more for now before I start the next cutscene. Comes from, Lingon saying, just question of the day, chocolate. Pretty good. Oh, and also Gamer Solis says, Merry Christmas, HyperHimes. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, even though it's like a week past by now, which, yeah, it's basically over a week, but like, man, we're already that far in January already. I mean, it's only like the 5th by the time I upload this, but still. Anywho, we're moving on to, is it chapter 3? Yeah, scene 3-1, which is The Rookie. No more detecting today, time for lights out. So we're just trying to sleep, I guess? I guess everyone needs a bedtime.
It really is the pointy punks. Why are they headed out there? There's nothing in that direction.
After all that's happened, maybe they just wanted some fresh air?
Oh, look over there. Magic Cookie and Cherry Cookie are together. Magic Cookie's helping Cherry Cookie up.
Huh. He's kinder than I thought. That's enough, both of you. Respect the other cookie's privacy.
Right, sorry.
I keep getting scolded today. Upset because it came from the leader you admire? Don't tease me, detective! Huh. Still, rest is important. We should try to sleep.
May I ask you something?
Yes, of course. What can I help you with?
I didn't catch it earlier, but the mayor and headmaster went to the storage room to find decorations for the festival. Yet after the incident, they were found at the harbor. Why would that happen? If we can figure this out, we might uncover who hurt them. And Nougat Cookie too. She's really fired up now.
Just like you.
I told you I'm not like that.
Your question is valid, Caramel Shoe Cookie. There's something strange about it. It's worth investigating. But for now, we sleep. As Cheddar Cheese Cookie said, clear minds need rest.
Right. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.
You fell asleep instantly. Come on. Our room's right next door.
Okay, and Detective?
I'm sorry for bringing up that case. Huh. Still thinking about that? Don't worry. It's all in the past now. Are they bringing up the case about, like, you know, the train mystery? You know, with the bear jelly train conductor stuff, and, you know, how that Sugar Gnome Claus got, like, passed out, or they were knocked unconscious. We thought they were dead. Is that the case, or is there, like, something deeper that we need to try and understand about cheddar cheese and macaroni? Interesting. Well, whatever the case is, quite literally in this thing, whatever the case is, all we know is that apparently, even though it's in the middle of the night where they're trying to sleep, Magic Cookie and Cherry Cookie, along with the Pointy Punks, are doing something suspect, which I don't know what exactly it is, but we don't have enough details yet. So before I move on, just a quick comment out of the way. Carrie the Melodious Gamer does say, just sweets. At a neighborhood mini bonfire party, best treats were lemon bars with almond flour and toffee topped with chocolate bark. I'm gonna make peanut butter and nice cereal balls coated in chocolate next year for the party. Did mozzarella invent the cell phone? During the campfire cooling, I got 4 ancients and burning spice instead of dark cow at random, and the next 5, I got like 4 beasts. Sheesh. Alright. Do you mean like the mozzarella create Hype's phone Photon? Because that is technically canon. That's basically how it was created. That's how he got his pet. So there's a quick origin for that. Don't worry, you'll see that in another Hypenese origin. That's an old show, Hype Cookie origin video. But let's move on to the next thing over here, which, by the way, we got a mission thing. Investigate that, and I also got some cool things. Bim, 32, another incident, another dead end, and a scream of terror. Of course, why can't we ever have a single break around here?
Good morning. Rise and shine, everyone.
What was that noise?
I don't want anyone in the square feeling sad or suspicious of each other anymore. I want everyone to be happy. So let's pick up where we left off and continue the investigation. Come on, rise and
We're all awake, Caramel Shoe Cookie. Perhaps you could stop ringing that bell now. My head is ringing.
Oops, my bad. I got a little carried away.
It's alright. Wanting to protect the ones you love and the place you love is admirable. Well then, shall we get going?
Got my macaroni and everything else. Alright, let's go.
This is more of a mess than I expected. This is the right storage room.
Yes, this is where we keep everything. But this is strange. I've never seen it this messy.
A closer inspection should be clear things up. Let's take a look around. Alright, survey the storage room with a drone. I don't know why we need a drone to inspect the storage room, but I do notice the motorcycle over here, which, why is this here? A bike-shaped figurine that belongs to the Pointy Punks. It was found lying in the storage room floor. Okay, so that means we can figure out that the Pointy Punks have been here, but also there's this, which, is that a Pointy Punk? A decoration that the Pointy Punks worked hard to make. The text on the bottom says, "Good luck." Festival decoration. I wonder if this is... Okay, this must be something for, street urchin. Like some sort of an idol that they're trying to make for her. Saw some glitter right there. What the plug was that? But, I also see, I see something... Okay, let's look at this. A broken festival ornament. It wasn't like that before. New evidence, broken festival ornament. Alright, so... Something's going on over here. I think there was some sort of a struggle. Obviously, the Pointy Punks were here for some reason, either before or after, but there was some struggle going on that caused this ornament to break. That's what we have for the evidence.
Ha, you're one step closer to the truth.
Oh, anything stand out to you, Caramel Shoe Cookie?
There are a few small things, nothing huge.
Causes like this, or cases like this often hinge on small details. Please, go on.
For this festival, we were going to display decorations made by everyone in the town square, but one of those decorations is missing. And to keep the dust off, we covered everything with white cloths, but those cloths are gone too.
The mayor and headmaster may have been looking for the missing items when they stumbled upon the culprits. At present, that's the most likely explanation.
In that case, why don't we just trace their steps toward the arbor? We might find more clues along the way. Wow, that's a great idea.
What do you think, Detective? I agree. We won't find anything new just standing here.
Alright, to the harbor.
Nothing obvious yet. We haven't actually reached the arbor. Don't get discouraged too easily. And we must consider the possibility that the snowfall covered whatever evidence was left behind.
I was really hoping it wouldn't come to that. Well, just in case, I'll scout around a bit more.
No, that won't be necessary.
Anyone out there? Help!
That voice.
It was Jagay Cookie. This way, hurry! What in the world is going on here?
I'm surprised how Jagay Cookie is panicking about something, but look at that. Bam! Chapter 3 is clear. I was surprisingly swift, and 500 of those Zephyr, that's what they're called, Zephyrs, and that's Chapter 3 immediately. That's kind of surprising. I mean, what? Right? We're not even 10 minutes in. Chapter 3 went by fast. I guess we could also do Chapter 4, I guess, because we just did even the smallest clue, where we did get a couple clues, but we also noticed that Jagay Cookie screamed. But I guess the next scene is going to focus on Jagay being missing culprit. Was it the real culprit or not? Sounds like we have to do some deduction work. But before we do, go ahead and go with that. A few comments I'll get out of the way, like Alice's main thing saying, "Hi Hyper, if I place Yellow Plub in my hand, and then how small is Yellow Plub to be compared to my hand?" Yellow Plub, the best way I could describe it, he's like 3 feet tall. Legit. It's like 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, just like he's straight up an orb. Maybe a little tiny bit taller, but like they're not super small, like they're not in size. But if you want to, he would allow you to pick him up. He's kind of like a beanbag. That's the best way I could describe it. Also, Cat Clowns does say, question of the day, for me, it's hot cocoa. Everyone loves some hot cocoa. I wish I would have had more of that this year, but I'm always anxious on my liquid cows. Though also, Marshadow Activity says, saying, darn you, you looked at AI overview is for Marshadow Day. April 3rd, 2025 was often research task for release for everyone Pokemon Go. Oh, I looked at the AI overview. Huh. How the play do you so know? I don't even have this much dedication for Venusaur, and I gotta be honest, I feel insulted that I don't. Anywho, let's just move on to the next scene, being missing culprit. Was it the real culprit? Or was it not?
Where did the sounds come from? This way! It came from the deeper end of the forest. Ah!
Is everything alright?
I'm fine, but what did I run into? That'd be me. Jigay Cookie, are you okay? Did something happen? Are you hurt? I'm fine, not a scratch. I was chasing the culprit. I thought they ran this way. The culprit? You saw the culprit? That was dangerous. Are you sure you're not injured? Oh, quit fussing. I told you I'm fine.
No. What do you mean you're not injured? I leave my injuries out the story, Jigay Cookie?
I swear they ran this way. You didn't see anyone? Running with a white cloth over their head?
We only encountered you, Jigay Cookie. Hello? Injured Cookie here.
Strange. No other path through here. Here, take this. Mandu Cookie said that this was important.
Evidence updated. A white cloth. It's covered in yellow. No one else has reported seeing the culprits. Your testimony will be crucial. Did you both describe exactly what happened?
Of course.
Yes. Let's all share, shall we? Next scene is the eyewitnesses. So, the next thing we're about to get is we have to make sure that, I think they're both gonna, like, leave little testimonies, and we gotta figure out what's the truth and what isn't, because the next one is just the eyewitnesses, testimonies, and decisions, which I think we're gonna instantly jump into, and afterwards I'm gonna see some of these missions that I got, because that's gonna be some sweet stuff to get. Alright, let's hear your gay cookie first.
Sure, what would you like to know?
Interrogation. Jigay Cookie's account. Did she see the culprit?
I started at the arbor. I was trying to find a way home. My guildmates must be worried sick and I didn't want to stay stuck here. But the ship was a total wreck. No use trying to sail in it. So I went to the forest. Why? To see if I could build a raft. I know it sounds ridiculous, but what else was I supposed to do? You try everything when you're stranded. Anyway, I was looking for good timber when I heard a scream deeper in. Turned out to be Mandu Cookie. And the moment I arrived, I ran after the culprits. It's picking up something. But Jigay Cookie doesn't seem to be lying.
Could be confusion. We'll need to dig into the details. Deduction objective. Detect a false statement. So she could be lying, but it's not her fault. It's more like, are three things shaking? But the ship was a total wreck. So, okay, so we know what's truthful is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but what else am I supposed to do when you're stranded? That's true, honestly. But now we have, I started at the arbor, I was trying to find a way home, my guildmates must be worried sick, and I didn't want to stay stuck here. But the ship was a total wreck, still no use trying to sail in it, so I went to the forest. Why? To see if I could build a raft. Okay, and then bottom, anyway, I was looking for good timber when I heard a scream deeper in. Turned out to be Mandu Cookie, and the moment I arrived, I ran after the culprits. Alright, Jigay Cookie, Jigay Guildmaster, Jigay Guildmaster who takes pride in her fair trade approach, larger-than-life personality, strong. Okay, so here's what I want to find out about. So, what's important is, the main alibis will be between Jigay and Manju, but we know nothing about Manju just yet, unless if I can tap on you. Jigay, actually, okay, there's no alibi. It does say for Jigay over here, Manju. Manju Cookie remained in the room after being turned down by Jigay Cookie. He claimed to have burned incense to calm down and mentioned how the scent lingered in his room. A large sack with a pungent smell presumed to be merchandise was found in his room. So he would be in his room. Would the lie have been that... Wait. Would it have been Manju? Well, maybe it was, just because Manju is already there. I'm getting confused because she calling him in. I think I could scrap the bottom one out because... Unless the lie is she was looking for timber, but the ship was... I started at the arbor, I was trying to find a way home, my guildmates must be worried sick, and I didn't want to stay stuck here. I can look at the cookie info here. Okay. Oh, simply asked Jigay Cookie, can you blame me after crime like that? Just thinking about my makes my dough cooker, and she is strong, that's true. Thought it'd be safe for her nearby, but she turned me down, so what else could I do? I stayed in my room the whole time, lit some incense to calm my nerves. Alright. Let's see if there's any mention of Jigay Cookie anywhere else. Started the arbor, we see all these things, but if we go back then we can see which ones are the lies. So it's not the third one, so we have like a 1/3 chance. Looking at the evidence back here, looking for bombs, cherry bombs. I was gonna make it go boom for the festival. No. But, okay, so Jigay and Manju weren't together. But then, how... I guess the day would have passed, but how would have how would Manju go into the forest without Jage by her side? That's what I'm curious about. The cherry bombs will be a problem. Bam, bam. Nougat cookie lies collapsed on the ground. Giant hammer was stored in the rack, it's gone. Banana peel. Discarded banana peels, the peels all over the victims. Bike-shaped broke festival. I feel like we're just gonna have to, like, base it off, like, the actual dialogue here or something. Is either this, because I can't choose multiple, by the way. Started the arbor, I was trying to find, I hope this doesn't take most, this is probably the thing that's going to take a majority of the video, but I started at the arbor, I was trying to find a way home, my go-to base was word sick, and I didn't want to stay stuck here. Was it her purpose was to go here? Or I guess she didn't want to be stuck here. I think looking at this from like a common sense standpoint, because I've been looking at this for like 5 minutes trying to go over everything. This, obviously no lie. This, well, I guess this makes sense because the ship was indeed a total wreck. Because like the raft part could be a lie, but the part where it's just like it's a wreck wasn't. Starting at the arbor, wanted to find a way back home. I know they wouldn't lie about their guildmates being worried sick, even though she does say she's strong, but she does care. There is this thing deeper in which the only reason why there's 2 reasons. One is the fact that like, does it really correlate with the fact that Manju Kiki said that they stayed at home all by themselves, or was this like some day later? Because it has to do with like alibi worthy, and they'd be more calm. But another thing is like, it just feels like it doesn't match with the other ones. Maybe this is wrong, but I probably have no idea. Earlier, you saw the culprit, a figure fleeing with a white cloth over their head, correct?
That's right. Why?
Because the same white cloth the culprit supposedly wore is right here.
That's definitely strange. How does that make sense? Okay, fine. I wasn't the one who actually saw the culprit. What? I heard the culprit went this way, and in the rush I misspoke. Sorry.
Very well. Then Manju Kiki, could you tell us what you saw? Interrogation. Manju Kiki's account. What did he actually see? We all learned we couldn't leave the town square, but you never know. There might have been a secret path somewhere, so I looked around the forest. Then I heard rustling, a soft, sneaky little sound. And there it was, something with a white cloth draped over its head. About as big as, well, maybe 3 pointy punks stacked together. Anyway, I ran afterward, of course. I grabbed at the cloth, but I slipped backward before I could see the face. Tragic, right? All I got was a banana peel under my heel.
So in the end, you didn't see who it was?
If he had seen the face, he would have told us the name. Let's head down. Manju Kiki needs treatment, and we can't stay out here forever. Yes, I'd love to lie down. Now then.
What's happening?
Oh, Shige Cookie, would you carry me down? Like you did with the luggage earlier?
No. I'll help you.
Oh my, thank you. Careful on the way down. Once we return, we'll review your findings. Evidence updated. Another banana peel. Who the pleb leaves a banana peel out in the snow? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Though we cleared Chapter 4, that's good. Now over here, we now have access to Chapter 5, which we can get 2 of those, which I think have heard the trial grounds. Yes, they are. And what do we get? 100 of those. That's cool. 100 of those. That's cool. 100 of those. That's real cool. Alright, so very slowly but surely we're getting close to that, which I think we'll be able to do like maybe one more scene right before we finish, because we just need to find a culprit until next time, I guess. But we'll do a few comments, then we'll continue on forth, just to see what the pleb I can even manage to find. But one comment I do see comes from Pink Sheep saying, I guess I'll leave a comment for next time. What were your thoughts on the brand new trailer for the OvenBreak 3 bake? The game looks amazing. I'm really excited. One thing I'm curious about is the fact that you're including, well, the game's including Clover Cookie. I'm just like, that's a Kingdom Cookie. How are they going to implement that? That's one thing I'm actually very excited for what's upcoming in the game. I might make a short on that. Also, girl, everyone calls scientist. Sure, says question of the day. I would say some of the Christmas cookies there are in general. I mean, like store-bought, because there are some good ones. And also, Ariane Funhouse says, I think Christmas cookies, because they can vary from sugar cookies to gingerbread cookies, even shortbread cookies. There's a lot of varieties when it comes to Christmas cookies, I can admit that. And even Reverse Colon says, question of the day, peppermint bark. It's really delicious. I had this, like, sort of Christmas, like cracker bark thing. You know, Christmas crack, that's what we call it. But the thing is, there was no peppermint on it, but I gave the idea, and maybe at some point they'd be willing to do it. That'd be cool. Anyway, let's do the last one for now, being, what's most suspicious? Time to review the evidence and find the culprit.
Hey, what's going on over there? Someone get hurt?
It was this close to being the next victim. One little banana peel and bam! Flat on my back.
Not again. Why do these things keep happening? How could there be crimes at a place that one can enter or leave? Makes no sense.
Then the culprit didn't escape after the first explosion. If they had, Nougat Cookie wouldn't have been attacked later. If the crimes aren't stopping, that means they'll keep happening again and again until only one cookie's left.
Enough! Who here would do something like that? The culprit is just hiding somewhere.
But where? Is there any place in the square someone could hide without any of us noticing?
Please stop. None of us would ever do something like this. Wait! Banana peel, you said? Huh? Street urchin cookie said yesterday, remember? That'll cause trouble again with banana peels. To the pointy punks! What? You suspecting us now? That's ridiculous. We didn't do anything. Actually, banana peels were found at every scene. And if them pointy punks had a history of banana peel incidents, then... Stop! There's no way they did it! I agree. They were looking forward to the festival too. Not exactly looking forward. They did more complaining than anything. Oh, it's so suspicious. If I had a cherry bomb, I would have exploded right now. This is getting out of control. We need to stay calm. Yes, calm. Check the evidence. Be objective. But the texts are also supposed to de-escalate tense situations. Maybe a light joke could...
Macaroni Cookie? I know what you're thinking, but it's better to stay silent for now.
Oh, but I just thought...
Make a joke about break detention, stay quiet like Cheddar Cheese Cookie said. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna stay silent because everyone's stressed out. I think a joke would just go like, really? You're joking in a time like this? I'd rather just zip my lips.
Cheddar Cheese Cookie's right. The joke won't fix this, but... What if we go back to how we handled things at the start? By actually listening. Huh? Everyone's arguing over whether the pointy punks are suspicious or not. So let's do what we did before. Hear their alibis properly. It's the only way to figure out whether there's anything truly off. That's a good idea. We can prove that the pointy punks are innocent. Yeah, ask us anything. Maybe not anything. Oh, hush, bring it on.
Not bad. You actually steered the mood back on track.
I guess I'm becoming a true detective after all.
Now then, my turn. The main suspicion against them involves the banana peels. We should start there. Of course, leave it to me. Interrogation. Pointy punk's alibi. The banana peel.
The banana peels? Yeah, they're ours. But we were just sharing bananas. That's all. And for the record, we never pulled tricks with banana peels. Not this time, not any time. After what happened before, we promised we'd change. Everyone here, totally knows that, sirs. We might look spiky, but we're not heartless.
It's a very easy story to poke holes in. That it is. I mean, let's be honest. You think this one right here was like... That's like everything. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, are these... Oh, no, there's... Oh, some of them are shaking. So there's like more that'll be signed. Because you think this thing would just be the immediate lie, just like... oh, wow, okay, so... Wait, how come, like... You already selected an evidence. Do you wish to... What? What's that? What does that mean? Like, for some reason I can't... Banana peels? Yeah, they're ours, but they were just sharing banana. Does that mean, like... So, for the bananas in general, that means this one's just straight up a lie. Well... Okay, well, they're both. So, like, just for example... Okay, these ones are separate. So, this one could, like, just group up to, like... The whole thing in general? That's what I would assume, I guess. Because, like, it's grouping them all up into just the bananas. But would that also just be the case? Because here's the thing... We stated, like, and for the record, we never pulled tricks with banana peels. Not this time, not anytime. I feel like this just has to be it. God, I know they said, like, after what happened before, we promised to change. Everything here, like, totally knows that, sirs. Wait, hold on. If we just take a look at this stuff. A banana peel someone tossed aside, extremely slippery. A discarded banana peel. There were banana peels near other victims as well. A banana peel that Magic Cookie stepped on while chasing the culprit. It said the slip caused an ankle injury. Oh, so these banana peels did injure. If only we had a screenshot of the rooms. There's a bump at the back of the head. I mean, to be fair, a banana peel was nearby this pleb. And a banana peel was nearby this pleb and also the headmaster. Everyone who's slipped so far has to do with banana peel. I don't think I'm going off on a limb just admitting that's this one, right? You one step closer to the truth. You said you've never pulled banana peel pranks. But that contradicts testimony we've already heard. Cherry Cookie said Street Urchin Cookie warned you yesterday for a banana peel stunt. So why claim otherwise?
Yeah, fine, yes, we thought about playing a prank. It's the festival, and preparing for it was hard, okay? We just wanted to let off some steam. But we weren't trying to hurt anyone, we swear.
Totally, the bananas were for sharing. We wanted to make up for the past incident. It's the truth. If we admitted the prank part, you'd all think we're guilty. That's why we tried to hide it.
It is not ringing as a lie. I see it as the same way. So we're back to square one. We still don't know who did it. Not quite. What do you mean? Almond Cookie means this. We can't draw conclusions from the pointy punks alone. And just so happens there are others who've been waiting to speak. So the next time that we go about this, we're gonna have to interrogate both, Granola Cookie and Street Urchin Cookie. They probably have a lot to say about this, which I'm very curious about. But for now, we'll go ahead and probably just read the last few comments because there's not many left, and then we'll end the video. So, quickly, comment from London Geo says definitely hot cocoa. Very good. Zig Cheese said, Egg Cheese says chocolate moon pie. Oh, chocolate mousse pie. I had this chocolate Yule log, but like it had a strong coffee flavor. Not much of a fan of like super strong coffee, but normal coffee ain't bad. Ruby Cupcake says sugar cookies. I love me some sugar cookies. Millennial Trees just says I love cocoa. Shout out to Cocoa Cookie. And Zana Gamer says Crush of the Day eggnog. You know, shockingly, I've never had eggnog. And I feel like that's a sin to say, especially near the holiday season, even though we're past the holiday season. But you should understand where I'm coming from. But anyways, with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap up right here because I think we made some good significant progress today. So if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my kick around content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And down below in the description, you can see all my social medias and my card website where I'll plebs. You can become a member by becoming a pleb for $1 a month, and you can buy some merchandise at the pleb market. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese. I wanted to give a very huge shout out at the end of this video to the members who are deciding to support the channel and the stuff that I do, being Jojo Sins, Blobby Eduardo, Casual Gaming 22, and Mask Boy. You are all supporting me and I greatly appreciate it. Like, thank you all so much.